Good morning, guys. It's Friday morning. Good Friday morning to you from Capitan, New Mexico. I feel pretty good today. Going to get my phone, I hope, if they don't give me a hard time this morning. But anyway, that's the way that goes. Not worried about it. What else? The temperature. Hey, Google, what's the temperature in Capitan, New Mexico?
In Capitan, it's currently 62 degrees Fahrenheit.
62 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey, Google, what is the day and date?
It is Friday, the 8th of June 2018.
Okay, how about that? Friday, June the 8th. June the 8th, so when I get back to Texas, it will almost be exactly 3 full months that I've been out here traveling for a while, and I'll get back right in the middle of the heat, and a lot of people are concerned about my decision on it, but you know, I just want to do it. I've lived in Texas all my life, guys, or I mean, I say all my life up to this point. And I'm used to the heat, so it's not a big deal for me to be in Texas in the summer at all. So be that as it may, I got some things I need to do. And I'm hoping to get my phone and get it set up so I can leave tomorrow morning and go to Roswell and go to the UFO Museum and then out to Bottomless Lakes State Park and on and on. Somebody in the RV park must have been watching my videos, because 2 things happened yesterday and this morning that were very coincidental. One guy dumped some trash and he just stood there slamming the lid. That was one. Okay. And then the second one was the guy that drives one of the diesel trucks usually goes out the other way. He came over this way and stopped right beside my RV. You gotta love it, huh? You gotta be careful what you say on a YouTube video, right? People will get even. But that's okay, I don't care. It's the way it is. Does it make me mad? No, not a bit. You know, it just, small minds do small things, guys. That's all I can tell you. Mr. Winger 1951 says, this is on the LG G4 received almost. He says, typical government employee. But anyway, and he talks about the VA and some other things. You know, and I appreciate your comment, Mr. Ringer, but what I have to say about that is this. That guy was just doing what he thought was his job, okay? That's the truth. I mean, we can twist it and turn it and whatever we want to do, but the fact of the matter, that's the way he was trained, and he's doing his job. That's all. That's all I got to say about that. And anyway, it frustrated me at first, but you know, it's the way it is. You know, you just deal with it. You know, it's just like a new police officer. He's going to do things exactly by the rules with no flexibility at all, and it may aggravate the crap out of you, but that's the way he's trained. Mike Butterfield, Santa Claus never brought my Red Ryder BB gun, Rusty. Never got over that. I hear you, Mike. Take your medication, you'll be fine. Ernesto T, Rusty, never go to India. You will need to get 5 stamps and 5 waiting lines for 2 days. Yeah, when I was in Mongolia, same way. You go to the post office, and to get the stamps to mail some letters may take an hour. Yeah. And lines are not lines where I was in Mongolia. In China, the same way. You know, if you weren't a little bit aggressive, you'd be there for the rest of your life. LGG4, this is DK, oh, who was that anyway? Well, that was Ernesto, yeah. Anyway, this is DKH1020. Well, Rusty, be glad you didn't have to pay for overnight shipping. Says he avoids the post office like a plague. Well, you know, my whole thought on that post office thing, we'll kind of leave it at that, is, you know, the speed of the engine is the speed of the caboose. You got me? So somewhere up the ladder, they have a really unusual attitude towards customers. And that filters all the way through the organization. Now, you take a company like Amazon, you have a problem with an order, they take care of it immediately. They don't jack around. There's other places on the internet, stores that do the same thing. Walmart's pretty good at it too. But you know, it's just the way government employees have a whole different attitude towards customers. You know, you go to any Texas state office, and you're going to be treated like garbage. You know, basically, you know, they don't, because they have the power, not you. You can't influence them. You can't affect them. But in a for-profit endeavor, you can. Anyway, DKH 1020. Yeah, she talks about. Anyway, talks a lot about mailing and stuff. But anyway, thank you, DKH. Big Guy Adventures, I would have been livid. It didn't bother. It aggravated. It frustrated me more than anything. It was like a little kid that somebody had their candy, You know, that he had my candy and I wanted it now. It's no big deal. No te calientes, Plotcher. Mike Butterfield seems the post office guy lives in Mama Bear RV Park. I hear you. I hear he drives. He probably does. No, I know where he lives. He lives over close to Carrizozo, he told me. In that old ghost town, pretty close to that old ghost town. Hot Limited, typical government worker. Yeah, I hear you. A lot of people feel that way. Bubba Bug, LG G4 is older than me. Old phone, my friend. I know it's old, but the camera's good. And that's all I want. Paul Harrington, terrible. I don't like people like that. I would have wanted to put the fear of God in him. See, and that's what happens. See, you know, I feel like calling the post office and complaining on your behalf. Well, don't do that. No, let's just let the sleeping dogs lie. Why? Because there's nothing's going to happen. All you're going to do is stir up a pot of water and it affects some people that don't need to be impacted. You know, he's making, you know, he's barely making a living. So let's just let the dog hunt. Carmen Thompson, safe travels. Jim. Oh, Jim. How you doing, Jim? Jim's tent man. Tent man. Paul Harrington. All of us, nearly 16K subscribers, should start calling and bombard this guy with calls until he learns a lesson. Folks, don't do anything like it. Don't even consider that. You know, see, in China they have a saying, the person who angers you controls you. Okay? And that's, think about it. Okay? He doesn't anger me at all. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. I think he did the right thing at the right moment. Mike B&B, dirtbag. I hear a lot of people didn't like that. Anyway, Mike Brandenburg, I think most postal workers are contract workers these days. Gone are the postal jobs and retirement. I don't know what's happened to the postal. I know that they're struggling. I know that. Jordan Gish, the problem with government companies, especially post offices. Anyway, Bob Arbo, hi Rusty, you should check out Coyote Howell's RV Park near AJO, Ajo, Arizona. I think I've heard about that, Bob. It's a pretty inexpensive place, but the only time you could be there would be in the summertime. Winter. Jim Souter, way to go, Rusty. Tell it like it is. Too many people take it too personally on things you say. I love dogs, but I don't want one to take care of. I don't either. And I don't like loud cars, trucks, or motorcycles. I don't either. But that's just me. There's a whole world out there, man. If it was just me, it'd be a stupid world. No kidding. And your post office episode is a prime example of no competition in the business. That's right. And who likes smelling exhaust fumes? You know, go, boy, I don't. No, you do I do what I do. You know, that's all. Roger St. Martin, at least it gives you something to look forward to, and he gave you some ammunition for a video. Yeah, joke's on him. See, there's a good point. See, that's right. You take that person's force, and then you use it and throw them. That's the way they do in judo and stuff. Yeah, right. Says Edward Maraglia. Rusty, did you get a package Tuesday? It was delivered. Yeah, I did. It was actually, I'm not sure how to use it though, man. If you sent, you didn't send this, did you? No, this was sent by Mike Butterfield. It's a Bluetooth music speaker. A package on Tuesday. No, the only thing I got was this. It was a Bluetooth music speaker, and it said it came from Mike Butterfield. Are you Mike Butterfield too? Anyway, JD Vision, can't wait to see your Roswell UFO video. I don't think there's a whole lot there, but we'll do it. Spiderhead, he says, don't make them mad, Rusty. Rusty Hill Market, address the unknown and return it. Take care, my friend. Boy, you're right there. You know, they can be vindictive. Leland E. Ray, I'm going to rent out his tent while he's gone. I'm jealous. That's on Tent Capitan, Jim. Amy Mosley Smith, she's got a video, talks about she saw the dangest innovation in RVing. It's an incredible ultra compact travel trailer hauled by a, wait for it, bicycle. Anyway, she left a link to widepathcamper.eu. It's in Europe. So yeah, check it out. It's on Amy Mosley's comment on tent camping. Pamela, thank you, Amy. Pamela Teehee. Wow, I can't understand why the postal worker couldn't assist you. I couldn't either. That was the frustrating part for me because I knew it was there, and all he had to do was walk back there and pick it up and hand it to me, and I'm done. But he wasn't going to do it. No customer service there. Enough said. You'll be on the way in a few days. Can't wait to see the UFO museum. Sounds exciting. Till tomorrow. Good evening to our man in Capitan, soon to be our man in Texarkana, Texas soon. Kittyland, hot Texas, by the way. Kittyland, oops, Rusty, the moment when you realize that you moved into a dog park. Well, actually, there's not that many dogs here, but there have been in other RV parks. Oh, I had one time scared the crap out of me. I parked between two RVs, which is a dead no-no with me. I had to back in between two, and I backed in, I got out, and I was starting to hook up, and there was a German Shepherd in the RV next, and the window was open, and that dog jumped up there, hit that screen, and roar, scared the crap out of me. I didn't even hook up. I just went around to the front. Fortunately, I hadn't unhooked the RV or anything. I just went around the front, put stuff in the truck, and drove off because I hadn't paid. Easy Money 539. I had to forward a link to this video to my high school buddy I just talked to last night. He has a business, and yesterday the postal person left a card that he had a package at the post office too heavy to deliver. His mailbox is about 20 feet from his front door. The package was only 16 pounds. The mail person was too lazy to get out of their vehicle, bring it inside. Well, hey man, they got thousands of deals. Anyway, there's always a story. You got to try to look at it from the other guy's side too. You understand? I'm sure once you heard his story, it would give it balance. You understand? Richard says, Rusty 78609, you forgot that he only makes $60K a year as a clerk in the post office. What can or do you expect when the poor man is only earning a measly $60K? I forgot plus benefits. I lost faith in you when you did not tell him to kiss your ass. I would have never gotten, I know you would never have gotten your phone. Have a safe trip back to Texas. And we go, yeah. No, you just try to deal with it. I was pretty nice. I said, man, thank you very much. What are you going to do? You're talking to a brick wall. Deborah, and it's a small town. This is an ASCAPE by A-Liner. Yeah, I did that video. Says Deborah Fry says, I've been in it for 2 months now, and I would make a few changes. One, I would rather have the windows that slide open to let a breeze flow through when there's a breeze. The smoke detector goes off when you cook on it, even when the door is open, and the vent hood. You'll have to get that smoke detector out of there. Mine's out of here. I took mine out first thing because they go off. You light a match and it goes off. No, it says they put it right above the door to the oven. Genius, not good. I use my Honda Odyssey as my garage closet storage. The furnace sets off the smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector too, so I won't be using that. I plan on being somewhere warm in the winter anyway. So that is my update on my experience in the Escape by A-Liner. Well, apparently she's not too pleased with some of the little things. But anyway, Amy Saylor says, with that voice, I thought Jim might have been a radio DJ. I bet he's a good singer. He may be, but he was a teacher. See, teachers develop that powerful voice because they have to. They have to talk loud enough for the students in the back of the room to hear. CMN 1771, I love your videos. I'm living vicariously through you until I get my time to do what you're doing. Have fun out there. I'm clicking the Amazon link on all your videos. Hope it helps out some. Well, CMN 1771, thank you for subscribing, number one. Number two, thank you very much for using the Amazon link. Several of you are, and I appreciate that very, very, very much. Thank you, CMN 1771. Mike Butterfield, you should have been with us backpacking in the high Sierras back in the day. Pacific Crest Trail. Everything you need carried on your back. Making morning coffee from pure snow melt trout for breakfast. I hear you. Sounds great, but it ain't all that glitters ain't gold. I know that because I talked to some of the guys that were doing the CDT, the Continental Divide Trail. There's a lot more to that. Mabel Lane's here this morning. She's got 4. As a Chihuahua owner, my dog only barks when they hear something. Well, that's a lot. Or if a stranger comes into my house. Some Chihuahuas bark a lot, but some don't bark a lot. That's true. Dogs have personality just like humans. They're all different. Mabel Lane, Rusty, you are a wanderer, a restless soul, a drifter. That's your personality. It's what makes you you. It adds to your fascinating self. That's what makes you interesting. That's why your YouTube followers love you so much. Never change. I won't. I have gypsy in my blood. Well, I just enjoy it. I like variety. Mabel Lane, Jim's very interesting. Great video, Rusty. Safe travels, Jim. Jim, enjoy your life. Mabel Lane, sorry you didn't get your phone today. He should have looked up your package. Some people are just spoiled sports. Gonna miss Capitan. Great drive and chat vid, Rusty. So your last name is Smith? No, it's not. It's not Brown either. Waking the Dead. That's crazy. I wonder if the mailman was like that. BC, you were a customer of UPS and not USPS. Regardless, that was a terrible. Well, you know, again, the guy's just doing his job, you know. I just did the video to vent. Mike Wood, 30904. Jim is good people. He is. I enjoyed talking to him. He's a sharp guy. Walter Pendleton, thanks, Rusty. You are the bond between foretelling it like it is. Yeah. He meant bomb. You are the bomb between foretelling it like it is. Kimberly Smiles P something. Nice t-shirt. You look great at age 72. At that age, you're entitled to do as you please and when you want. Well, I think so too. Mabel Lane, how you doing? Mike Butterfield, thanks, me too. Wish I were anywhere but here. Ken Amac, I'll bet Amazon or Walmart could do a better job. Sure they could. You turn that over to Amazon, sheesh, you wouldn't recognize it in an hour. Walter Pendleton, there wouldn't be near as many employees though, I guarantee you that. Walter Pendleton, thanks for the update. You're welcome. Braswell 42, love tent camping. Good. Spiderhead, such nice people. Yeah, that's on the 2018 R-Pod, the couple. Yeah, they were nice. Spiderhead, you're right. Bill G 1527, exactly why the USPS should be privatized. Typical government worker attitude, and the union backing them up makes it worse. And I'm speaking as a Teamster member for 25 years. The laziness, corruption, not my job attitude I witnessed. I could write a book. UAW was the worst. Yeah, I've heard some stories too. I knew some people that were in unions at places around Victoria, Texas, and yeah, they could tell you some stories that just make your hair stand up. David Stoppel on the LG. Let's all get to, no, let's don't. That says, if this person has treated Rusty that way, how many other people has he or her? Well, you know, I'm not, you know, again, I appreciate your concern, David, but let's just let that dog hunt. You understand what I mean? Elliot K. Rusty, after you get the phone from the a-hole at the post office, you might want to take a pic of him and share it with your 15,000 subscribers. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not vindictive. I'm what's called passive aggressive. Condu, I went tent camping across the country once, but as a backup plan for bad weather, I made arrangements to sleep in my car. That worked so well, I probably set up the tent 6 times in the whole 3-month trip. Sean McDermott, tent camping at 9,000 feet. I bet it can get pretty nippy at nighttime. A few years back during the first week of August, I camped in Yosemite at around 8,000 feet. It went down to 30 degrees that evening. I hear you. Tent camping is fun, but if it gets that cold, an RV makes the whole thing a lot more pleasant. That's very true. We got Jim Sarnas. Freedom has no ism in it. That's true. Very good point, I guess. Art Dog, 3 months seemed like a pretty long time to be RVing. Just curious what the longest you've been on the road. Oh gosh, years. Yeah, there was a time that I traveled in my travel trailer for years because I didn't have a home base. I lived in RV parks and that's it. I just traveled around, and I'd pull over sometimes and camp on the side of the road, but not often. John Gertbach. Yeah, so I've actually full-time RV'd for, at one time, a stretch of about, oh gosh, 7 or 8 years. John Gertbach just seems to be a very nice fellow. Talking about Jim, all the best to him on his travels. No kidding. Janice Peck, great interview, Rusty. Jim's got a good thing going and camping at Twin Peaks. That's a very cool country. That I'm very familiar. 12-pack, that would last me 3 summers or 4. Fires are messing with me too. Thanks, Rusty. Enjoyed video. Thank you, Janice. Anytime RVers, great interview with Jim. If you're reading this, Jim, I'm also named Jim, and I am from Gulfport, but now live in Colorado. All Jims from Mississippi are cool. LOL. A vote from the Jims. Jim Gertbach. John Gertbach. I changed his name to Jim. John Gritbach, I guess. I would love to live in Capitan all year. Seems to be the perfect climate. Would buy some land and make a permanent camp as you have in Kingsland. Safe travels back home to Texas. Looking forward to the travel log. Well, good. Yeah, it's a nice place. I thought about it. I looked for a place, and there's several places around here, outside, way outside the town, but they ain't cheap. They're around. I found one with full hookups on it was $40,000, and then I found one with nothing was $25,000. Der Trixa ho ho, sure, Rusty. Meanwhile, the post service here in Germany is terrible as well. When I was a child, it was better. The postmen have uniforms and were seriously like police officers. Today, question mark, thumbs down. Nevertheless, greetings from Germany. Greetings, Der Trixa. How are you today? Bob O'Rourke. RVing and RV parks says good summary, Rusty. Thanks. I've been looking and I've been looking and will think it through while tent camping for a few days. Last time I tried that, I had a bear breathing on me from the other side of the tent. Probably a better neighborhood than some of the people you mentioned here. Meet Jim is my next vid. Have a safe trip home. Okay, thank you, Bob. Andrew Rivera, welcome to the USPS. No kidding, got 3 or 4 more. Janice Peck, I agree, no place like home base. A piece of my heart, soul is home base. You got it. Joyce Barnett closes us out with 3 comments. One on RVing and the RV parks. In today's society, there are a lot of people that just don't care about anybody. They do just as they please and just don't care. I'm not sure that's just in today's society. I think that's always been there. I do. I think there's always been that small percentage just don't give a damn. And the kids of today have absolutely no respect for anything or anybody. Not all of them. I have never seen such rudeness. And if you say something to the parents, you know why the kids are like they are. Just my opinion. Stay safe and happy trails. Thank you, Joyce. Yeah, you're right. Always qualified. That's her opinion. Just remember that. Joyce Barnett, I hope that Jim has a wonderful time in Colorado. It's a great state. Where he is going to camp is a beautiful sight. My son and some of his friends will be up there later in the month. Happy camping, Jim. Rusty, thanks for the interview. Stay safe and happy trails. Well, thank you, Joyce. And this is the last one. And guess who it is? Joyce Barnett. People just don't care anymore. If he would have been, this is on the LG phone, if he would have been the one waiting to get the package, he would expect you to just go get it. But he is not very accommodating. You have a great day. No, he's not. And that permeates this whole post office here. It's just the way it is. I mean, the speed of the engine is the speed of the caboose. The leader sets the tempo for the whole organization. And if the leader of any organization is an arrogant, irresponsible, or whatever any other labels or adjectives you want to add, adverbs, whatever, then that's going to permeate the whole organization because people will monkey see, monkey do. But anyway, having said that, thank you, Joyce, and thank everybody else for your comments. And thank you guys for watching this video. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything your little heart desires. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission, and it doesn't cost you 1 penny. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It will help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it will also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you won't want to snack. And that's usually where the extra pounds come from. And what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deep, hold it for a few seconds, breathe out slowly, and what does that do? That lowers stress, which lowers your blood pressure, and is that good for you? You bet. Okay? And also don't use salt. Take salt out of your kitchen. What else? Stretch, walk. I'll do that in just a minute. Do it every day, twice a day, so you need to do it whenever you can. And just, keep your body in motion. You'll feel better, and you know that. And what else? Of course, eat right. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Because what you let in are ingredients. If you let in all good ingredients, you'll think good thoughts, all right? And it's hard to because, I had a negative situation yesterday for a little while, but, you got to let go of it. You can't drag it around all week. You know what I mean? So just let that dog hunt. It's gone. It's over. It's done. That day is gone. That moment is gone. So, stand guard at the door of your mind, okay? Just stand guard. It's yours, okay? But anyway, having said that, guys, from Capitan, New Mexico, soon to be in Texas, this is Rusty78609 saying until later, thumbs up. Adios, amigos. Enjoy your Friday and your upcoming weekend. Bye-bye.